This is the incredible story of how a baby was saved from death when a hot air balloon that they were in got caught in a dangerous storm. Luckily, a majestic eagle happened to be flying past and swooped in to save the day. But how did it manage to guide the balloon to safety? Well, let's find out. Welcome back to our channel where we bring you the most amazing and inspiring stories from around the world. Before we begin, please make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our amazing stories. It was a bright, sunny day. Music was playing, and the smell of popcorn filled the air. Families laughed and played games together at the annual town fair. The highlight of the event was a colorful hot air balloon. Children squealed with delight as it gracefully floated up into the sky, carrying a precious cargo of 5 people, including a baby. At the same time, high above this joyous scene, a large eagle was soaring effortlessly through the air. It had been circling the area for a while, probably looking for food or maybe just enjoying the beautiful weather. But soon, its keen eyes would catch sight of something unusual. But for now, let's go back to the fair. As the balloon reached the top, a woman held her baby over the side so that they could enjoy the view. She didn't notice that the little hand holding onto the balloon string was getting weaker and weaker until suddenly it slipped from the grasp of the child. The crowd gasped as they watched the balloon float away with the baby still strapped inside. It slowly drifted further and further away from the fair, floating higher and higher into the sky. A man ran towards the balloon, desperately trying to grab hold of it, but it was too late. The balloon had already drifted far beyond his reach. Onlookers could only watch in suspense as the balloon disappeared into the vast expanse of the sky. They began to panic, not knowing what would happen next. Meanwhile, the eagle, which had been watching the scene unfold from above, knew it had to act fast. Without hesitation, it swooped down towards the balloon, determined to help the baby inside. But would it be too late? As the eagle approached the balloon, it realized that the situation was more precarious than it had first appeared. The baby was still inside, but the balloon was rapidly losing altitude and was in danger of hitting the trees. The eagle knew it had to do something quickly if it was going to save the baby's life. The eagle began to circle the balloon, trying to figure out a way to get close enough to grab the baby without causing any harm to them or itself. But as it maneuvered around the balloon, it became clear that there was no easy solution. The eagle needed a plan, and it needed it fast. After assessing the situation from different angles, the eagle decided to make one final attempt. It would try to grab the baby and pull them out of the balloon using its talons. It knew that this was a risky move, but it was the best chance they had of survival. With a deep breath, the eagle swooped down towards the balloon once again. This time, however, it was moving even faster than before. Its powerful wings beat the air as it closed in on its target. The eagle's heart was pounding in its chest, but it couldn't afford to hesitate. It had only one chance to save the baby. In a flash, the eagle's talons shot out like lightning and wrapped themselves around the balloon. It had managed to get a hold of the rope securing the basket to the balloon. With a mighty pull, the eagle tried to yank the basket free from the balloon, but it was too late. The wind suddenly shifted, pushing the balloon further away from the eagle. The eagle struggled to maintain its grip on the rope as it tried to keep the balloon from drifting further away. But the wind was strong, and the eagle was starting to lose its battle. It knew it had to do something drastic if it was going to save the baby. But just as the eagle started to lose hope, something incredible happened. The wind suddenly died down, giving the eagle a chance to regroup. With a surge of adrenaline, the eagle pulled on the rope with all its might. This time it managed to free the basket from the balloon, and it began to descend slowly towards the ground. As the eagle guided the balloon towards a safe clearing, the people watching from below erupted in cheers. They had witnessed something truly amazing and were filled with gratitude for the heroic eagle. The eagle landed gracefully in the clearing, having successfully rescued the baby from certain danger. It had used its strength, intelligence, and courage to save a life, and it had done so without any regard for its own safety. The onlookers rushed forward to check on the baby and were relieved to see that they were unharmed. As the crowd gathered around the eagle, showering it with praise and gratitude, it ruffled its feathers and prepared to take flight once again. The eagle knew that its job was done, and it was time to return to the sky. With a powerful beat of its wings, it soared into the air, leaving the crowd below in awe and wonder. The eagle's bravery had saved the baby's life, and it would be remembered as a hero for years to come. As the people celebrated the baby's rescue, the eagle flew overhead, knowing that it had made a difference in the world. From that day on, the eagle was known throughout the land as the hero bird. And the baby who had been saved grew up hearing stories about the eagle's bravery. It was a reminder that even in the darkest of times, hope can soar above the clouds, and that one small act of kindness can change a life forever. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the clearing, the people prepared to say goodbye to the eagle. They knew that it was time for it to return to its home, but they would never forget what it had done for them. With a final salute to its adoring fans, the eagle took to the sky once again, disappearing into the clouds. The people stood watching until it was nothing more than a speck in the distance. They knew that the eagle would go on to have many more adventures, but they were grateful that it had chosen to save the baby that day. The people began to disperse, each of them carrying with them the memory of the eagle's bravery. The clearing was quiet once again, except for the sound of the wind rustling through the trees. As the last of the people left the clearing, the eagle returned from the sky. It landed softly on the ground, its presence a welcome surprise to those who had stayed behind. The eagle had come to pay a final visit to the place where it had saved a life. With a gentle nudge of its beak, the eagle paid tribute to the spot where the balloon had landed. It was a small gesture, but it was one that spoke volumes of the eagle's character. It was a reminder that even in the face of danger, one small act of kindness can make all the difference. As the eagle stood there, the setting sun cast a golden glow over the clearing. The colors of the sky were a mix of orange, red, and purple, creating a breathtaking backdrop for this final scene. The eagle took a deep breath, feeling the cool air fill its lungs. It knew that it was time to move on, but it would never forget the day it saved the baby. With a final glance at the clearing, the eagle spread its wings and soared into the sky. It flew high above the trees, disappearing into the clouds. The eagle knew that it had made a difference in the world, and that was enough for it. And so the story of the eagle and the baby became a legend, passed down from generation to generation. It was a tale of courage, kindness, and hope, and it reminded people everywhere that even in the darkest of times, the light of heroism can shine through. So the next time you look up into the sky, remember the eagle, the baby, and the balloon. And remember that even the smallest act of bravery can have the biggest impact. Now it's time to make your voice heard. Which moment was your favorite? The eagle's arrival, the rescue, or the hero's farewell? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and share for more inspiring animal stories. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for joining us today. See you next time.